Pluto in Aquarius throughout history is known to bring major shifts in society and the collective's ideals. So it's two sides of the same coin. We have, a positive rise in individualism and new ideals and just new ways of living. But on the flip side, we can see a huge rise in cults and, hey, conservatism. I mean, you can look at that as good or bad. I don't know. That's on you. But we can see a lot of groupthink and, a lot of people clinging on to someone or something or some ideal for hope because they may feel lonely, they may feel insecure, they may feel scared about what's going on in society, because usually Pluto and Aquarius brings about a little bit of war, a little dabble of violence. Just a dabble. But a dabble of uprising. But we thought it was very interesting because Pluto did just enter Aquarius. Last year I had a few retrogrades, but we are officially in Pluto in Aquarius until 2043, I believe. Mm-hmm. And so we are starting to see a rise in different ideals, a lot of dismantling in regards to collectives. Mm-hmm. And we want to talk about it. So let's get into it. Yeah. Yeah. My name is Ronnie.
And I'm Lee.
And thank you so much for watching Jupiter Juice, your cosmic check-in for astrology, pop culture, and spiritual self-discovery. Yeah.
So Pluto is it's a generational planet. It generally represents destruction, the cycle of life and rebirth, and ultimately power and control, and how we as a society navigate the power structures that push us forward or hold us back. Aquarius is an energy of innovation. It takes the energy and the structure of Saturn and Capricorn, where Saturn builds the actual container and the bones and does the hard and nitty gritty work of Saturn. Aquarius then takes it and says, does this work for the collective? Does this allow for freedom? Is this allowing people to be themselves? Are these structures holding us back, or are they pushing us forward so that we can go to Pisces, which is all about freedom and expression and just completely breaking the walls down? So it's kind of that midpoint between structure and complete dissolution. So with that being said, last time Pluto was in Aquarius was
the 1700s. Yeah. Let me get specific. Hold on. Gotta pull out my handy dandy phone. My pocket computer.
Right, exactly.
1778 to 1798.
Yeah.
So 20 years ill. So long. That transit is so long. Oh my God, we'll be old.
Yeah, 2043.
I'll be 40. I'll be 50. I'll be 50.
What?
I'll be 50. You'll be almost 50. I'll be in my 50s. I'll be 48.
Oh my God.
Oh. Hopefully we're bad as fuck though.
And will be.
Okay.
And will be.
And will be. Skin popping because these 40 and 50 year olds today is looking kind of nice.
I'm kind of ready to be 50. I've been saying that. I've been saying like, I kind of want to be 50.
Like, got a little gray hair.
Yeah.
But yeah, so back in that time.
Yeah. You were talking about, what was it called again? Why did I just forget?
The Cult of Reason.
The Cult of Reason.
Yes, the Cult of Reason formed during the French Revolution. And the French Revolution, of course, occurred during the Pluto and Aquarius transit back then. And so basically the Cult of Reason is a atheistic religion, which also does not make sense to me. But hey, it's an atheistic religion that was built on liberty, ideal. Like, it was more so grounded in reality, I feel, versus like believing in like a higher power.
Yeah.
But that came about during the French Revolution. So that was that cult during that time. Also during Pluto and Aquarius back in the day, the Freemasons came about. What else? Who else came about? So also something that came about was the cult of the supreme being. That's
like
funny.
something of a Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, and then you know what? Hey. And then also arising just like secret societies and brotherhoods and things like that. And I think that led to, you know, the rise like in you know, what do they call them? Like frats, fraternities, sororities today, the secret societies and things like that within the college campus. And you see cults where cults are everywhere. I mean, like you have cults in regards to fandoms when it comes to celebrities. You have cults when it comes to, you know, societies in college. You have cults when it comes to religion, of course. You have cults when it comes to book clubs. No, I'm joking. But
beauty products.
Yeah.
But I think like what separates it, like when people think cult, there's like a pop culture cult, and then there's like, oh, like you're in danger, girl.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like,
but they're both essentially about a thought form and something like forming a group of people that have power, forming around like one specific thought or
one specific being, especially, or like what this being is saying. Like, what's his name? Jim Jones.
Oh yeah, with the Kool-Aid.
That was so sad. Like that type of thing. It's like, and you know, they're together. It's like, take this now and drink this now, and then you'll.
And it's even more sad because it's like they want to go to bliss and they want to feel happy. And a lot of people that are susceptible to cults like that, you would think it's a rise in like, oh, I want to find more community, and it is, but the underbelly of that is a really strong sense of individualism to where you're pushing everyone away. But that one person knows how to play on your emotion or knows how to play on that little thing that makes you tick, which is you want love, you want connection, and reels you in and gets you to do whatever because like you're subconsciously being driven by those feelings.
Yeah.
Unless you're born into it.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely narcissism and, you know, manipulation. Like the type of people who are leading these types of organizations a lot of times. And I wouldn't say I'm fearful. I can't you know, honestly use the word fearful. I'm not fearful of that. What I am a little concerned for the collective because a lot of people are scared right now. I can only speak about the community that I'm in, aka America, because, you know, I don't know what's going on for real outside, you know, other parts of the world. But I know a lot of people are experiencing things right now that they've never experienced before, especially with losing benefits or, you know, prices increasing on them, you know, 3 times, 4 times, 8 times the amount that they're used to. You know, like people are struggling already and they're probably going to be struggling even more because essentially, as far as I'm concerned, we don't have a government. So, this is, a lot of people are vulnerable during this time. So seeing a rise in Christian nationalism and all these like miniature groups of uprising and stuff like that, you know, you could find yourself, if you're not grounded in your individualism, you could find yourself clinging to certain ideals in order to feel supported and to not feel scared out here, because that's when cults form. During times of despair and destruction and reconstruction. You see that. So that's kind of, it's going to be interesting to see that play out. I ain't finna be in no cult. I don't believe nobody. I don't trust nobody.
Like, well,
don't nobody make sense. So you AI, as far as I'm concerned, are you not?
I'll probably accidentally end up in one and be like, "Wait, what are we doing?
Join the cult. No, join the cult of Jupiter.
Right?
Subscribe."
I do, like they say. I looked at my chart once, or something happened, and it was like, "Oh, you could be a cult leader," because I had like the Sag Capricorn Scorpio vibe. I would never though. I don't want that much responsibility. But anywho.
Yeah, I ain't look, because people get on my nerves. I'm like, girl, get off me.
Right, like,
I'm like, back up.
Yeah.
But I do want to talk about the definition of a cult. So I'm going to read the 3 definitions that they have. Get ready. I don't have my glasses. So a cult, a noun. Relatively small group of people having beliefs or practices, especially relating to religion, that are regarded by others as strange or sinister, or as imposing excessive control over members. The second definition, a person or thing that is popular or fashionable among a popular group or section of society. Third, a system of religious veneration and devotion directed towards a particular figure or object. So it could be a it could be a frog.
Right.
Like you can worship. You could be a Delilah.
Delilah. I thought she was Darla.
Darla. Forgot her name. It could be Darla. Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, Darla.
Darla. This is our altar to Darla.
But yeah, like,
interesting. And I feel like people, especially the discourse right now between religions and cults and calling Christianity a cult, it's just like crazy, because it is like, it's not like one of them cults where it's like, again, like a small group that's like tucked off in the woods somewhere. It can be, because that definitely can be a part of that type of cult, because cults have religion in them. But
yeah,
at the end of the day, like, if you look up, like, I looked up some signs that you're in a cult, and a lot of y'all got them signs.
Yeah,
a lot of people. I wouldn't say
especially some of these subgroups of Christianity.
Yeah, like
baby,
I'm scared. Like, if you're not able to question anything, if the foundation is fear and not freedom, hello, wake it up. Like, if you're not like consuming, like, for me personally, I like to break out of mindsets a lot and make sure I'm not just stuck in one. So I'll go and look up other people's, like, the opposite view of mine. Yeah. Just so I'm not sitting here acting self-righteous in my view and being like, no, I know everything. I want to know what the other side is talking about. Yeah. And I think that's very important, to like staying aware and being like up on your critical thinking and your empathy. And
I think that's a lot of people don't critically think.
No.
Like a lot, you know, it's so crazy with the rise of social media and the internet, and like not going from being closed off from society and just really communicating with the community around you. And then you have platforms like TikTok, because Instagram, they're really, show you the outside world like that for real. Yeah. Until TikTok came along, I realized, like, wow, people are really stupid. I mean, it's shocking. I mean, and like, they really don't critically think. Yeah. And like, I mean, not trying to be insulting, but hey, I'm throwing shade. You're dumb. And it's like, and then it also, because I grew up Christian, grew up Baptist. I would say growing up Baptist, that's the best thing for me. I mean, I ended up transitioning out of, Christianity like that. But there's still some things I do miss about going to church, and that's like the music, the community, and things like that. But I feel like growing up Baptist, especially like with my family, it was a lot of freedom in that. It's like, oh, you can go to the club and get drunk and then go to church on Sunday. It's whatever. Then you go home. Like, I mean, I'm just saying it was a lot more flexible. Yeah. I would say it kind of led me into my spirituality, like what I view as my religion or whatever. And honestly, I'm more so concerned with honoring my ancestors and the people that did for me. And Deonte Kyle actually came under fire this week for saying that Jesus is getting in the way of your growth, right? Or you actually being
and now people are calling ancestors demons.
Yeah. And I was just like, no, my ancestors are not demons, baby. Like, okay. And I think that made sense, because like people use Jesus. A lot of people view Jesus as God. Jesus was man. And I also think that, just growing up and, learning more and researching more, And realizing what Christianity, yes, we know it did originate, or like in Ethiopia, they were like the first society to really adopt Christianity, and that was their thing. But we can also say that Christianity is used as a tool of oppression.
Absolutely. The whole reason it spread across the globe. They made it to Japan.
Exactly. It's like because it's a form of oppression.
Yeah, they were on crusades with it.
And it's like, and they used it as a fear tactic in order to get people to basically bow down to people. Yeah. And a lot of people, especially in our community, in the Black community, whatever, Hispanic community, whatever, you know what I'm saying? All of our communities, minority groups, is, they want you want to glaze across the fact that this is a tool for oppression. Glaze across the fact that this is a tool for churches to profit off of you.
That video was disgusting.
Yeah. Disgusting. And it was like, oh, Fred Hammond, he's actually one of my favorite gospel singers, but he wanted to defend the pastor. And I'm just like, this was taken out of context. I don't care if it's taken out of context. You should not be asking nobody in this society, in this economy, for more than $2 as far as I'm concerned. Because when I was going around to collect your plate, you was getting my $2 little for my little allowance money. That's all you was gonna get from me.
Yeah, like,
sir, because these folks be taking care of themselves. Like, this stuff is made. A lot of this stuff is made up, taking care of the preacher. But like, stop it. Because let's keep it $1,000. I'm on one. Let's keep it $1,000. The Christianity from Ethiopia, the Apocrypha, like, there's a whole section of the Bible that we don't have anymore.
That's what I'm saying. There's multiple sections, and you know how much it was revised so many times. It was just revised in like the 1800s.
Yeah,
and somebody broke it down about how it was talking about. Because first of all, it wasn't even in English. So that translation had to happen. And what do you think the Bible crusaders that are trying to crusade and dominate all these lands, what do you think they're translating?
Exactly. And then it's their interpretation.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, when it comes to being gay, that's like a common thing that people say, like, oh, man shall not lie with man. It was translated from...
Yeah, I saw that. Recently.
Yeah. It was like... It was basically talking about laying with somebody against, like, our word, grape, and freaking sketo files.
Yeah.
You know, that type of thing. So
PDFs.
Yeah, PDFs. There we go. So it's like, that was taken out of context specifically to oppress people, because I believe also, like, in a lot of African tribes, homosexuality is a thing.
Yeah.
Like, their dynamics of living are just different across all the tribes. Like, sometimes it's all women ruling, sometimes it's all, like, a lot of times, though, the female figure, I would say, in African, like, tribes is a bit more, like, put on a pedestal.
Yeah, I do notice that as well. But, like, yeah, everybody got sugar in their tank. So that's a lie. And a lot of these posts, but the crazy thing about, because I know this a little bit on a tangent, but let's talk about it. It's very crazy, and it's so stupid that a lot of people saying that being gay or queer is wrong are the same motherfuckers getting piped down during these conventions. The grinder notification is binging off. Okay, y'all are a mess. The people preaching this mess are the same MFers engaging in this mess.
That's not godly. It's not very godly.
It's not like, and then you're cheating.
Like, what?
You're cheating. You're exposing your spouse by cheating. And I'm not just saying, being gay is that you're cheating. Yeah, I don't care who you laying with.
You don't know what people have that you're
exactly. You could lay with anybody in the book. You're still exposing yourself and your significant other to something. But you want to judge somebody and tell them that they need to follow this particular word, the word.
It's one of God's challenges.
Like, be so effing for real.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, Christianity. I think that there are a lot of misunderstandings when it comes to, especially how they view spirituality. First of all, spirituality is like the umbrella, and then Christianity is under that. So I think that's a common thing. Spirituality is just believing in something outside of yourself that's greater than you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily picking up crystals and picking up, like, you can have a spiritual experience, like in the club, going on a walk.
Yes.
It's just
making music. Yeah.
It's just feeling like a oneness with the universe or God's presence or things like that. So I think that that's like off gate, like the language there is being misconstrued. If you're Christian, you're spiritual, flat out. So I also think like honor versus worship. And I think that when you worship something, you're kind of sacrificing a piece of yourself for it.
Yes.
Whereas when you honor something, you're allowing yourself to stand beside it. And I think that a lot of people who worship God worship the world, and worship the word, which is the Bible, which is, we already just talked about that.
Yeah.
So. But it's like you're sacrificing pieces and pieces of yourself. And to me, I could never feel comfortable with that. Like, even as a kid, I would just be like, what is going on? Like, I love devotion. I love being devotional. But when it comes to like the fear that surrounds any type of religion, it's so, you could feel it. It's palpable.
Fear God.
Yeah. Like what? Why?
So I'm supposed to fear a part of myself?
Yeah,
because we are
silly.
of God. We are
exactly.
God. Everyone has God in them. So I'm supposed to fear myself.
Yeah, but if you say that to a Christian, they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, you're a false idol."
Yeah,
you're false idols. These false idols claiming they have God inside them. How do you not?
Exactly. Everyone has a piece of God, and the thing is like, well, God is a jealous God. I'm like, okay, the way people describe God is of man. As far as I'm concerned. So
literally.
If that's the case,
then why can't? Yeah, it's silly. Like,
I was gonna say, how he better than me? We the same,
right? You got the Bible, I got crystals.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
whatever.
So I just think that I just think it's interesting. I feel like people really just truly don't use their critical thinking skills when it comes to what's being like what we're reading and what's being said, and it's just like, this don't make no sense. Why do I have to give a pastor $2,000?
That's crazy. And I think people are burnt out and don't want to think critically.
Exactly.
Thinking critically takes energy. And it's easier to just be like, I'm giving it to God. It's easier to just be like, and surrendering is a thing, but it's easier to just be like, oh, well, God put that there. So, well, it is what it is. Are you not going to take accountability for your own life?
Like, be so effing for real.
Huh?
I don't know. Like, it's really concerning. So, I just feel very blessed that the way I grew up in my faith and religion, it's like, I love church. I remember, like, I was 13 years old going through something. I ain't gonna put my business out there, but yeah, I was going through something, and I felt like that's when I truly connected to spirituality just in general during that time. And the church I went to, and it's a really great church. It's a large church, but it's not like on some mega church BS. Like, if football season happened and we get out of church at a certain time, he said, well, the Falcons are playing. So we're gonna make this quick.
Right.
Like, I mean, it was a very like community based, very real.
We all coming together to cope.
Yeah.
We're coping, community.
And I really love that type of community where it's just like, you just show up and you just be who you are. They had a banging choir, but like, I felt like I was like, I felt like I was allowed to think in that church.
Yeah.
I was allowed to think critically. And, eventually, me and my mom, she stopped going to church. I stopped going to church, My mom is still, she considers herself a Christian woman, but I feel like I gained a lot of my interest in when it comes to astrology and spirituality. Astrology also is not a religion, but I'm just saying it's, I have to put that out there. I don't want people to misconstrue my words, but my mom kind of gave me a pathway to discover, you know, spirituality, different forms of spirituality. And like, you know, she would always send me my horoscope, and then she would tell me about crystals, and, you know, she was the incense girl, and she would tell me about her psychic dreams and things like that. And but she still prays she prays when she gets up in the morning. She prays every single night. And that is who she don't remember studying the Bible for some reason, but I remember she had this study Bible that she always had and highlighted through. It literally looked like it came out of the 80s. Like it had like some like the neon text on it. Like it was like really cool. But she doesn't remember that Bible. I remember her always being in her Bible while she was going through these spiritual things, like awakenings and stuff like that. So, I mean, I think everything is a tool. It's just how you use that tool. And I feel like, you know, the Atlantic slave trade definitely, you know, used Christianity as a tool for harm and for control, and stripped, you know, our ancestors of the ability to really to connect to their own form of spirituality. And that's why I can't really get behind it. But you do see a rise in that, and that's amongst our group. That's amongst everyone. Like a rise. It's like you need to repent. I mean, even driving on the interstate, you know, I'm seeing a lot of signs saying FDT. You know, I'm seeing a lot of that. But I'm seeing a lot of signs. Like I saw something about the Rothschilds, like Anunnaki. I keep seeing that everywhere on the interstate.
What?
Yes, the Rothschilds are Anunnaki. These little white signs. I don't know, but like, what is going on? Yes, so.
I know the repent. Jesus is Lord. Repent.
I keep them little yellow signs. But it's just like it's interesting because a lot of people don't know what's real. They don't know what to believe. And right now, there's more division. It's like Democrat versus Republican, right versus left, alt-right versus whatever is far left, and whatever.
Christian versus spiritual.
Yeah, Christian versus spirituality. You're a demon if you don't go to church, and it's like, but you talking about the church that's trying to take my whole paycheck,
right? And it's also like seeing people go to like, what are they doing? Like yoga Bible study.
Girl, what?
What are we talking about? Yoga is Hinduism. This is a whole other religion.
Y'all just making up stuff.
Coffee and Christian. Like, it's a lot. Club Christianity. We in a club.
We like club Christian.
Yeah, like.
She said, y'all
just go to the club. Like,
you gotta praise Jesus at a club.
Yeah,
you ain't gotta let your freak flag.
Yeah, to each their own. You know, I'm glad y'all have a space, but it triggers me personally. It does.
Yeah.
I'm triggered because it's very the undertones of it, like all these undertones that we're speaking of. Because at the end of the day, has a psalm got me through something? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I have relied on psalms.
Yeah,
I'm not saying the Bible is all bad. I'm just saying like Black people are people. Hoodoo is a thing because they had to use the Bible and they had to use that to hide what they were actually practicing, their actual religions.
Exactly.
So it's just like, I don't know, the nuance like just disappears when it comes to certain like groups.
Yeah, it is. And so it's like, and then of course we can't talk about cults without talking about stan culture. But I do, Lee and I, we were talking about how stan culture, we see a little bit of a dismantling when it comes to that, especially with Taylor Swift and her most recent album, Showgirl of the Life or whatever. I have not listened. I think the only song I liked of Taylor Swift was Bad Blood with Kendrick Lamar remix.
I can't believe he was on that.
Yeah, I don't know what they. Oh, right. I'm joking.
Yeah,
no, I'm joking. It's a Christian nationalism,
man.
But yeah, that was weird. That was a weird collaboration. But she, like we're seeing that with her, she is leaning more conservative. it seems. And, it seems like her fan base is a little bit more conservative, but I think they're kind of just tired of her childlike lyrics and stuff like that. And then, there's this whole thing with I am Black. So as far as a lot of these like symbols and things,
with the SS,
with the SS necklace, I don't. If I was on her design team, I would not know. I would just tell her this is ugly, because essentially it is. Yeah. So I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have known. I'm like, you sure? I mean, personally, it's ugly, but.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I think a lot of people are kind of just over it.
Yeah, it's like the subtle undertones that you'll see. And something I've seen a TikTok creator, I don't remember their name, but if you've seen their video, comment below. But they were talking about this whole phenomenon with nationalism and the American Eagle ad. Travis Kelce, he has a brand that is also looks kind of like another white nationalist brand, and Taylor Swift and everything. And they were talking about how subtle it is. And then they got to the point where when it came to football, which is a whole other beast of American culture, that's like, football is like an epicenter of like nationalist propaganda. Just like, to me, Marvel movies are too.
Yeah.
So it's like, the golden boys of football are always these white men that are mid. And the actual players, like the black players, the black quarterbacks that are actually like putting in work and people actually are like, yeah, they're doing great. They're pulling the stats, they're pulling numbers. They get tossed to the side, all for this image of like white nationalism to be pumped out. So like just the cult of America and that being exposed right now is just like, I feel like it's very exposed. I feel like if you don't see it like that, like, you're kind of scary to me. I don't know. I'm kind of scared of you.
No, and it's like, or like the black players, they're like, something's always going on with them. Like, whether it's like a health thing or like a crime thing, or like, like Michael Vick, with the whole dog fighting thing.
Yeah.
And, I don't know.
They don't have insurance either.
Yeah. Like, a lot of celebrities don't have insurance because it's like, what's the point? They could just pay for it.
But it's like, to me, it shows we're in a sport that is very dangerous.
Extremely dangerous. Isn't it the most dangerous sport?
So it's like, it just shows the lack of care that you have for the people that are literally putting their bodies on the line for you to make you billions of dollars. You can't even help them out insurance wise, or make sure they're cool health wise.
It's like a acceptable form of buck breaking or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it's I think a lot of what, like, the workforce is a different form of slave labor. It is, like waitressing and service, like the way they get paid is based off of, but like for real, but like it's based off of, racism.
Yeah.
All of this stuff is.
I remember one time I got H word at work, and they started playing Wade in the Water, first of all. Second of all, it was, at the place where I worked, it was like themed off of a boat. So we were all in a boat. And then somebody gonna come up to me talking about slavery. I crashed out so bad that day.
Is Massa gonna sell us tomorrow? Yes.
I was just like sitting there like like shaking.
Are you serious?
Don't touch me. Yeah. Should never smoke.
I would have been they would have put me in a straitjacket.
Yeah, it was giving that. Like, I was spacing out. People were like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm back. Actually, I'm not okay. I'm not cool.
I'm not okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. But I love that the underbelly and anything that can break us free from like the old structure of America, because America has Pluto and Capricorn, so we just went through our Pluto return.
Yeah.
So now it's like all of that is being exposed, and Aquarius is like, what's not working? What can we break free from?
Exactly.
And now all this is coming to light, like even celebrity culture.
Yeah.
Because I think celebrities are breaking free in a way, because they can be more themselves and they're more human. They're more humanized.
Honestly, and that's, Pluto and Aquarius, two sides of the same coin, right? This dismantling, slow dismantling of not slave culture. the slow dismantling of stan culture. Almost said it again. But also the uprising, or the more creating more room for humanism and to actually be a person. Because a lot of regular folks say, oh, you're a celebrity, this is what you signed up for. A lot of times things that we sign up for, we don't really realize what it really is until we get there. And that's why you see a lot of celebrities lose their mind. You see celebrities like Doja Cat cuss folks out and stuff like that. I mean, she got her own things going on. Love her down though. She got her own things going on. But
she iffy to me, but
huh?
I just always gotta say she iffy, but she cool. Like.
She iffy, but all of them iffy. Tyler the Creator iffy.
Yeah,
you know, like a lot of my faves are actually iffy people. Hell, I'm iffy. Fuck it. You know, I mean, we're gonna be iffy
like that though.
Yeah, I'm not iffy like that. Them two, they iffy with their identity. I'm not. I know I'm black. And I've never, felt any type of way about my blackness. With all that being said. Because you did talk about Nara Smith. That's another person that's like...
With the Mormonism. It's like subtle, like, me and like Rocky and Rhodey. And like her kid, her weird ass kid name.
Slim Easy.
Yeah, Slim Easy, like Slim Jim.
No, but her last child, I think the one that she just had, I think her name is like... Not Whimsy. Somebody named Whimsy.
There is a Whimsy.
There is a Whimsy. Whimsy Lou is but this one, her name is really nice. This is a good name. This new one. I don't know what it is.
Let me look. But why she got that? She not even barely 25.
I don't, you know what? Let me just keep it real. I don't care. You know, if she is safe.
No, here's the thing though. It's Mormonism. Like they are Mormons.
Okay, see, I don't know. I didn't know more. I didn't know a thing of Mormon. I don't think a thing of Mormonism. I didn't know.
It's to have kids.
It's to have children at 19.
Their whole thing is like get married very young and have kids to serve the Lord. Like that's their thing.
To serve the Lord.
Like their whole thing is like putting women.
I changed my mind because I was gonna say, child, they around the same age.
Yeah. No, their whole thing is like putting women like on. They're just there to be the homemaker, and I think. Mind you, I think Nara Smith is beautiful. I loved her videos of cooking. I love to watch her make stuff. And I thought she was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, do I have to be like, there's what if the names of her children are
fake? Just for shits and gigs.
Rumble Honey.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I think that's kind of cute.
And I'm not gonna lie, Slim Easy is kind of cool too.
Slim Easy? No, that's a nickname. He's gonna hate his parents and he's gonna grow up to be a rapper and then turn into Post Malone.
Probably. Whimsy Lou. I hate that one. That's the worst one.
It's giving Grinch.
Yeah, that's immediately what I think of.
But the last one was
Fawny Golden.
Fawny sound. I know some Fawnies.
Fawny Golden. It's like Goldie Hawn. That's what it reminded me of.
That's what I'm saying. Like Fawny. People are named Fawny.
Yeah,
that's a name. That's real.
I actually never heard of it. I'm saying I heard it. I never heard Fawny.
No, but like Fawny is a name. Like there's some black folks that's named Fawny.
Okay.
Yeah. So like
that her grandma was like, oh, Fawny.
But ain't she Nigerian, Swedish Nigerian or something?
Yeah.
Her mama is.
Her mom is.
But her sister dressed just like her. It looked just like her.
Ooh. What is her mom? Anywho,
her mom was like a Swedish Nigerian. She's Nigerian though.
Okay. Yeah.
Or Ghanaian, one of them.
Something.
But
and then they got her stepdaughter, Lucky Blue Smith. Gravity is his other daughter's name.
So all of them, everybody he chose.
Just doing stuff.
But she said that's her last child.
Okay.
To be quite honest, if that's her last child, get him. Because if I could have had, no, never mind. I'm lying. I'm just lying. If I could have a child at 22. No. So anyway, that's at the end of the day. She ain't a cult leader. She probably be in one, but that's her business. I'm more concerned about the folks, like the leader of this country and their ideals that has way more impact on the collective. That's literally destroying people's lives, pitting different groups, political groups against one another.
Mm-hmm.
That is dangerous. dismantling and destroying a historical, monument, aka the White House, to build a multi-million-dollar ballroom when we have homelessness and food scarcity and unclean water, and we have all these things going on, but our tax dollars are going to other countries and to this ugly ass ballroom.
Yeah, our tax dollars, I will say, have always been going to other countries because we are in debt. Yeah. But still, that's still regardless of all of that, because that's still a true thing. It's like our money has always been going to the wrong place when we have our people that's struggling and starving and is being criminalized for being in a horrible situation. And a lot of these people are veterans. Yeah.
The people who risk their lives and fight for this country are extremely poorly treated.
Yeah. Disgusting.
Very, very disgusting.
So I'm just glad to see it fall.
Yeah. So
even though it is a hard fall, a very hard fall on the ass.
Yeah.
That's gonna need a lot of recovery.
So what are your predictions? What do you see for this Pluto and Aquarius transit as we close out? Ooh. Like, what do you see?
Oh, that's what, 2043. Oh, I was just thinking about this. So I definitely think like there's going to be some type of like reform around like AI, how we're talking, and like technology and how we can use it to benefit us in a way where it's also not harming the environment. Because I think like Pisces energy, like when Pluto goes into Pisces, I think that's going to be where it's like, oh my God, like where a lot of environmental stuff will probably start coming even more.
Yeah.
Or probably like the end of Pluto and Aquarius, because just that's more like oneness with nature and everything. But I also think, I don't know. I hope, I really don't know. I really have no clue.
You want to know what I think? Well, of course, I would say next year, 250th anniversary of United States, something crazy is going to happen because we have a Mars and Scorpio conjunction during literally the same day between July 4th and 5th next year, during the 250th anniversary. And, we know that a lot of societies fall after 250 years. So we're
that official like push.
That official push. I feel like our people are not going to feel as American, as unified, especially if we continue with like this government shutdown, if things don't get better, if there's no pushback, because a lot of people are getting angry, but a lot of people are still complacent or they don't know what to do. And I do think this particular regime is trying to get a reaction out of the collective in order to push forward other ideals. I mean, Project 2025, it's almost done. As far as like the bullet points that they're hitting, they basically hit all of them,
Yeah.
They didn't lie about that, But I would just say that's on an American thing, like American like forefront. But as far as like the world, like the collective, everyone's uprising. I feel like a lot of systems and ideals will be dismantled. When it comes to politics, I feel like there'll probably no longer be a true two-party system.
Yeah, I could see like civil war.
Yeah, I could see
like,
civil war.
People like breaking off, like seceding, like how Texas did that one time.
Yeah. So I can see like there might, when it comes to individualism, it might be an individualism. I know that's what he's trying to do, but it might be an individualism when it comes to the states, because you see a lot of, mayors and governors going against, this regime and really like trying to protect their territory. They're part of this country. Yeah. So, so that it could be a lot of the United States I see would be a lot more divided before they probably come together towards the end of this transit. But I think there's going to be a lot more like actualized division.
Yeah. Like maybe the states are more countries.
Yeah.
Because a lot of like, there's like whole countries that are not even as big as a state here.
Exactly.
So I think that it's not impossible.
Yeah, like Texas is bigger than Europe, right?
Yeah. So I definitely think that different states could have their own like government, like you're saying.
Yeah.
I think that's a great point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it just be, I want to say, I don't know. Of course, I don't know, but that's just like my little prediction. I do think a civil war is going to happen. I do think the two-party system is going to be dismantled. The electoral college could be dismantled as well. Voting rights are going to be taken away. I feel like we're going to go further back into Jim Crow era type of vibes, but people ain't going to have that. And I feel
Jim Crow.
They already took away, they're taking away women's rights left and right. They're also talking about saying that women should not have credit.
Shit, take my credit now. Let me stop.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, if you want to wipe it.
I mean, if you want to wipe my credit clean, okay. But I'm just saying, it's like they don't want us to have that type of power. Like,
I thought you meant like Jim Crow with like the segregation, like the fountains, the water fountains and shit. That's what my mind went to.
I mean, they already tried. I don't think that's gonna work. They tried to have their own little white neighborhood, but that didn't work. They didn't. They couldn't survive or thrive because
it
guess
can't
what?
happen again. Like the redlining, I just.
But they're doing that in subtle. Like it's more subtle. Like with the voting rights, because I don't know if have you heard about the voting right? So that's one way because that law was created so that all people, especially Black people, could be represented when it comes to the government. But now states have the power, if they actually go through with this, the power to rezone everything so where like our vote does not matter. So
in a national election,
in a national election.
Okay.
Yeah.
To me, they've been rigging votes since a long time, and I think that this is just their legal way of being like, all right, well, if I get a case down the line, I mean, it's the law, so what are you going to do now about it? Because I honestly think that the whole reason Donald Trump even won his first election ever was through rigging shit. And then Elon Musk also came out with this election and said, like, it made a joke about helping him rig it. So I honestly think, yes, like that's obviously a horrible thing, but I also think like these things have been already happening. I just feel like they're being
I don't know. I guess they're making it a law now. I don't know, but I just think it's gonna burn up and go to hell. That's my prediction, and then we'll begin anew.
Things do have to be destroyed
in order to get some beautifulness.
Yeah. But
so by the time we 50, I guess we can be all right. We'll make it.
It's crazy.
God willing.
We don't want to condone violence.
No, we don't want violence.
Your life doesn't suck. It gets better.
We want justice and peace.
Yeah. Justice and peace. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be all right, man. You got this. Just don't join the cult. Be firm in your beliefs, man. But be grounded. Believe in yourself. Be confident. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Do not drink the Kool-Aid. It has high fructose corn syrup. Well, you got this. Anyway, we're probably going to talk more about Pluto and Aquarius throughout the next 20 years if this podcast is still
right. We're going to be old. Like, on today's episode, we have Kamala Harris. She's in a wheelchair. No, let me stop.
Might be. That 20 years, she'll be in her 80s. She'll be 81.
Oh, Lord.
Actually, she might be fine.
Yeah.
She could be walking.
It'd be some 80-year-olds.
Yeah. So, like, pedal a bell. Shit. Anyway, tangent. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. Let us know what you think. What you predict? What will you predict? Okay.
That's how it sounded.
Okay. Anyway, let us know what your predictions are for the next 20 years when it comes to Pluto and Aquarius, what you think will happen on American soil, on a global scale, on your soil. You could be in Europe, Australia. We probably got some fans overseas with it. Let us know what you think in the comments. Let's have a little chitty chat. Also make sure you like, comment, and subscribe as always. And if you'd like to, we keep touching toes. If you would like to book a reading with us, a tarot or a birth chart reading, definitely click that link below. Would you like to say anything?
Love ya.
Love y'all, man.
Stay up.
Stay up out here in these streets.
Yeah.
Have a good
See
one.
you next time.
Bye.